But in order to begin section dos, or part dos of this review, we're going to start right away with a proof. And like I said, what I do with proofs is I purposely don't look at them ahead of time. And the reason why is it's kind of like a test to myself to see if I can figure things out on the fly. And if I can't, then you can like figure out or try to understand my thinking process. Where if the best way to describe my thinking process is if you take like a bag of cats and just like shake it up really hard and then shove it in my brain. That's how my brain works. Just a bag of cats. Which, yes, I am quoting the Avengers. If GH equals 6 FGs, whoo! All right, so then FJ is going to equal 10 FGs. Oh, what did I miss? And HJ equals 3 FGs, then FJ equals 10 FGs. So let me try to set this up. All right, FG plus G. This is my rough draft, by the way. Plus HJ is going to equal FJ. FG is FG. CG is 6 FG. Thank you, Paul. For those of you who are watching this and not a part of my actual class, our student made a really funny joke on the chat, and it just goes to show how mature I am as a 37-year-old male. All right. So anyway, thank you, Paul. I'm 27 with this head of hair. FG plus 6 FGs plus 3 FGs is going to end up being 10 FGs, and that's going to give me the answer that I want. So let's set it up. Okay, I have my given. I at some point, and I'm told that that's a given and that's a given. So I get these guys from my givens. So I plug those in using the substitution. And then I can combine like terms to get that. And that's pretty much it. So let's set it up. Let's set it up. Statements. Reasons. Statement 1, always the given. You know this, gang. You know this. GH equals 6FG. Yep. And HJ equals 3FG. That's my given. I can say that FG plus GH plus HJ equals FJ. FG plus GH plus HJ equals FJ. And that is using the segment addition postulate, which I forgot to say up here, but I remembered anyway. The sap. Hey, what are we, making maple syrup over here? Because we just dealt with a whole lot of sap. Baby! GH, last time I checked, is 6 field goals. So I have field goal plus 6 field goals. HJ, last time I checked, was 3 of them. That should be a G. That should be a G. That's going to equal FJ. And I substituted there. By combining like terms, I can say that 1 FG plus 6 of them plus 3 of them is going to be 10 of them. Forgot how to add there for a second. 10 FG equals FJ. And that is combining like terms. Now the problem is the proof is asking for FJ equals 10 FG. Huh? Ask that question again. I know here my for 3 on statements. 3 is FG plus that's supposed to be 6FJ or FG. I just accidentally put 6F6. GH becomes 6FG. So I just really did a bad job writing out what G is supposed to look like. Sorry about that. And same thing, HJ became 3FGs. And so if I have 1 of them, 6 of them, 3 of them, I have 10 of them. And I got that by combining like terms. This is an added unnecessary step, but I just feel like because I'm a math teacher, I have to do it anyway. The proof is asking us to find that FJ equals 10 FG. Yes, we did that, but we wrote it backwards. So we have to flip it. FJ equals 10 FG. And that's the law of symmetry. Law of symmetry means if A equals B, then you can write it out as B equals A. Or symmetric property, I guess, could be used too. Okay, so it's kind of clear what we have with the original problem. I mean, FG is FG. GH here is 6 of those. And HJ is, what, 3 of those? And it wants me to prove that this whole thing is 10 of those. So if I have 3 of those and I just add the 6 of them and add the 1 of them, then I get 10 of them, and I just have to write that out as a proof. But the main guy is the fact that I used reason 2, the segment addition postulate. You know, when you say this segment plus that segment equals that segment, I'm using this segment addition postulate. Okay? I'm purposely leaving the proof up there for those of you either writing it out or just taking a gander. Again, I emailed these to you guys yesterday, I think. I don't remember. Who knows? Okay. SpongeBob. Write an equation in slope-intercept form of a line joining points that and points that. I feel like we did one like this yesterday, but I guess we're just going to have to do it again. An equation in slope-intercept form look like this. We did do this because I showed you the website. So again, the website, do I have my phone on me? I do. The website is using I guess I could type out NCTM line of best fit, which I've used a bunch of times. So there it is, NCTM line of best fit, tilted sideways. And then you just, type in that point and that point. And when you're done typing them in, you hit show line of best fit and it gives you the answer. That's one option. My job is to make you a better people inside and out and not show you how technology works. I mean, when when this whole COVID thing gets really out of hand and people just like start going crazy and burning each other's technology, we're going to have to do this stuff on our own. Am I right? Write an equation in slope-intercept form. Well, slope-intercept form looks like that, so I need to find my slope first. X sub 1, y sub 1. Oh, and x sub 2, y sub 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is find my slope. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Y sub 2 is negative 30. Minus y sub 1 is 50. Over x sub 2, which is 10, minus x sub 1, which is negative 10. Negative 30 minus 50 is negative 80. Right? Right. Double negative down here becomes a positive. So that becomes 20. And that becomes negative 4. So what I have so far is y equals negative 4x plus b. What's b? I don't know. So I take any of my points. Let's go with that one. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Take any of your points and substitute the y and the x into what we have so far to find out your b. So y is negative 30. So I have negative 30 equals negative 4 times 10 plus b. Just because I don't have a whole lot of space here, I'm going to wave my hands a little bit and do some magic. Whoa. That'll become negative 40, which means I'd have to add 40 to both sides, which would turn that into 10. So putting that all together, taking that guy, and putting it all together, my equation is going to be y equals negative 4x plus 10. Yeah. Not one, but count them, 2 hydroacoustic stations are being established to detect boring. Station A is located here. Station B is located there. A new hydroacoustic station is planned to be established on a line perpendicular to the line joining these stations. Okay, so I need a line perpendicular to that, which means I need a slope that's perpendicular. So let's find this. Let's find the slope of this guy. Let's do that first. So I'll call this regular M. Regular M is going to equal y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. You can be x sub 1, you can be y sub 1, and you can be x sub 2, and you can be y sub 2. Y sub 2 is negative 320. Minus y sub 1 is negative 280 over x sub 2, which is 70, minus x sub 1, which is 30. I'm not a fan of this orange. Just not. Oh, cool. Double negative. Give me negative 40 up there. It could be regular 40 down here. And so my regular slope is negative 1. A new hydroacoustic station is planned to be established on a line perpendicular to that line. So we need to find a perpendicular slope to that. And remember, a perpendicular slope is going to be a negative reciprocal. So I can turn negative 1 into negative 1 over 1, flip the 1 over 1, still 1, and do the opposite of that, and my perpendicular slope is going to be 1. Again, it's a negative reciprocal. So whatever this is, which is negative, make it the opposite so it's positive now, and flip that, and 1 over 1 becomes 1. So my perpendicular slope is regular old 1. Write an equation in slope-intercept form of a perpendicular line containing station A. So now I need to contain station A as well. So what I have is y equals 1x, or just regular x plus b. That's what I have so far. I need to use station A. So I'm going to rename u x, and I'm going to rename u y. So I have negative 280, because instead of y, I'm going to put in negative 280, equals, instead of x, I'm going to put in 30, plus b. So if I take that equation and that equation and turn y equals x plus b and turn b into negative 310, I get y equals x plus negative 310 or minus 310. And that, ladies and jelly spoons, is my perpendicular equation. Again, what I did is I had to find the regular slope, which is what I did up there. I found out that it was negative 1. I turned it into negative 1 over 1 because who cares? Now I need to take the negative reciprocal of negative 1 over 1, which is regular 1 over 1. So I said the perpendicular slope is 1 over 1, which is 1. So now what I have so far is y equals 1x plus b. It's telling me that I have to put that equation through station A. Station A is that guy. So I replaced the y and the x of that guy with the numbers in station A. Once I did that, I was able to find out that b is negative 310. So take the fact that your new slope is 1 and that your new b is negative 310. Newbie. Noobs. And you get that. Oh, man, another proof. Get these proofs out of here. Never. Much like my grandmother, these proofs will just never die. Given the fact that LM and KN and LO all intersect at point P, it's up to you, Santi. I mean, you know, she's still alive. She's 95 and she's still kicking. Quite literally. What am I doing? 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 All right, so I'm being told that KPL is 30. JPL is 90. We can see that. I need to prove that NPM I need to show that this guy right here is 60. So this is actually pretty easy, and this is what I'm thinking. I saw it right away. Whether you saw it right away or not, I don't know, but I saw it right away. If that's 90, this whole thing right here, if that's 90 and that's 30, then this guy right here, JPK, is going to be 60, which lets this guy be 62 because these two guys are vertical angles, little Uzi vertical angles. Little Uzi vertical angles. Am I right? So this is going to be a pretty easy proof, I think. I'm just going to go for it. You see, Little Uzi Vert's a rapper. Statement number 1. It's a big one. JM KN LO intersect at point P. The measure of KPL is 30. The measure of JPL is 90. Given. I need to show here that this guy is 60. How can I do that? Well, I know that if I add KPL and JPK, I get JPL. The measure of angle KPL right here plus the measure of angle JPK right here equals the measure of angle JPL. I added two angles to get another angle. Just like I did with the segments, I use the angle addition postulate. Do I know anything here? I sure do. I know that KPL is 30. Do I know anything else? Sure. I know that JPL is 90. How did I turn those into numbers? Well, I used the substitution property, of course. Three is 30 plus the measure of angle J, P, how did I miss that? K equals 90. My bad. Sorry about that. If I subtract 30 from both sides, this is what I get. And that's the subtraction property. That says angle J, the measure of angle JPK equals 60. My goal is to find out what NPM is. Look, NPM and JPK are vertical to each other. And if they're vertical to each other, then the measure of angle JPK is equal to the measure of angle NPM, sorry. The measure of angle JPK is going to be equal to the measure of angle NPM. And that's the definition of vertical angles. So if JPK is 60 and JPK is also NPM, then NPM is 60. And that's the transitive property. That'll do it. We have time for another proof. It's going to be great. If angle PSW, where's PSW? P, the heck? I guess that's P, that's S, and that's W, so angle PSW is equal to, congruent to ZPQ. And all of those three lines there are parallel. Then VSP is congruent to RPZ. I need to show that these two are the same. This is going to be an easy one. All that information here, we don't need. Just watch. Statements, reasons. I have my statements are PSW is congruent to ZPQ. I also have that TU is parallel to RQ, which is also parallel to VW. Volkswagen! That's from Happy Gilmore. It's a movie from the mid-90s. One of my favorites. He gets hit by a Volkswagen Beetle and he goes, Volkswagen! VW. Well, I'm done. And here's why. VSP is congruent to RPZ. And that's because of the cap the corresponding angle postulate says that if you have two angles that are two lines that are parallel, then corresponding angles are going to be congruent already. And since these are parallel, all this information was useless.